Okay, first off, Coach, 11-2 last season, conference champs. How do you carry that momentum and that success over to 2014 here with the New Haven Bulldogs?
Well, I mean, the hope is the success that we've had the past few years will carry itself down to the underclassmen. We've got a good group of senior leaders, and I think we have a pretty talented group of underclassmen. And so if we can get that chemistry and they can follow the lead of those seniors, we could continue the success here.
People want to talk about the offense, but defensively you guys only gave up 16 points a game last year. I think that maybe gets overlooked when you look at the numbers. How do you continue that success on the defensive side of the football, and what are going to be some of the keys for your defense to keep that level of ability up?
This is the fourth year with this 3-4 defense that we installed, 3 years ago. And every year we've gotten more and more aggressive and learned more as a coaching staff and know exactly, the types of calls that you need to make and the types of kids that you need to put in those positions. So that in and of itself has made our defense better. And then we've just been able to find the correct athletes to put in the right spots to make plays, and we just let them go out and play.
Frank Wright, Tavon Hurst, Anthony Moore. Last year was Ariest. You guys crank out 1,000-yard running backs like it's going out of style. Who are the next guys to take that step, and where are you guys at in terms of the running back position?
Well, we have a young kid, a sophomore by the name of Nishan Jones, who I think has all the tools to be the next great back here at New Haven High School. He's young. He's got to prove himself, but he reminds me a lot of Tavon Hurst in terms of his build. He's not quite as fast as Tavon, but he's quick, very patient through the hole. And if he continues to progress, he'll have a nice season for us.
You guys call him Buddy, right?
Buddy is his nickname, yep.
But you also have, Jackson as well at the running back position and another couple other guys. Who are those?
Yeah, Trey Jackson will also split some time at running back. We've got our fullback from a year ago, and Hayden Graham. And then TJ Witt, another sophomore, is competing for a position there as well.
When you take a look at this team offensively, to return a starting quarterback is always something you like. But when you look at the rest of the guys, do you feel like you're not necessarily replacing Jordan and Arias? You're just giving guys who had smaller roles, bigger roles last year? Does that give you some solace, I guess, knowing that some of these guys are really proven? They're just going to be having bigger roles this year.
Yeah, I mean, a lot of these guys 2 years ago played on our JV team that won undefeated and won the conference. And you don't replace a Jordan Hoger and Arias Vasquez, but you just hope you find kids that can go in there and play their hardest and understand the system and produce at those positions. And I feel like we have those kids.
I think when you think of New Haven, you also think of offensive linemen. You guys have cranked out some good ones, had some good lines in the last few years. So where are you at in terms of offensive line? How does that help set the tone for what you guys do offensively?
Well, to be honest, that'd be our biggest concern going into this year. We lost a very talented group of offensive linemen last year. We have a couple back. I mean, led by Zach Watson, 6'6", 250-pound kid, and he's number one in his class. Very smart kid. Will help the other kids come along. We just got to find a couple pieces of that puzzle.
Do you feel like, when you take a look at the wins over the last 4 years, you guys lead the NHC. Do you feel like because there's Homestead and Carroll and people talk about those teams that maybe they overlook the success that you've had at New Haven? And if so, do you use that as motivation?
We don't get caught up in that, to be completely honest with you. Homestead and Carroll are great programs, and they've done it for a long time. And so we like to think of ourselves as the up and rising team, and we're okay with that role.